Yo, what's up everyone? Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Today I want to go ahead and bring you all a review on this assortment of products that I have from a tattooing company called Wormhole. Now, without further ado, let's just dive straight on into this review. Where I want to begin is I just want to go ahead and kind of list off what these products are. I have 6 different products. I have needles, I have a clip cord right here. I also have a foot pedal from Wormhole. I have a power supply, and these are a couple of machines here. And again, this is all from Wormhole Tattoo Supply. I will go ahead and leave links in the description below for you to all of this gear so you can go ahead and check it out on your end as well. Alright, so per usual, I kind of want to bring you up close and personal to the product here, and then I want to go ahead and we will test the performance. I kind of have an idea of how I want this video to go, so let's just dive straight on into this. I'm going to just work my way down this way. So right here we have a power supply right here, and this is going to be from Wormhole Tattoo Supply, as you see right there. Let me go ahead and take out the power supply so I can show you all what it looks like rather. So when you get the unit right here, and this actually comes with a foot pedal as well, but this box didn't have it, I'm assuming because I got sent this pedal right here. So as you can see, it does come with a foot pedal, a power supply, and a power cord there. And this is the foot pedal right here for me, but on your end it may be different. So as you can see though, this is the manual right here, and it's called a Hexagon, or the Hexagon power supply. Go ahead and pause it if you choose to do so. This is the back right here. You can go and get all of the details here accordingly. Very nice. So here is a user manual, and this is the actual unit. So this is the box right here. Very simple, very straightforward stuff here. Let's go ahead and open it up. Right off the bat, I do see the power cable right here, along with the unit itself. And remember, this is the Hexagon. I'm gonna put the manual in the box there. So as you can see, this is the unit right here. Now at first glance, it is a light unit. It doesn't feel cheap. It is made of plastic, but it doesn't feel like a cheap plastic. It feels like a solid little unit here. I actually like it. So as you can see, this is the information here about the unit right there. This is where you would plug in the power supply. Everything is very straightforward. This is the inputs here, and this is the interface. So we have lining, shading, very straightforward, positive, negative, and power. So everything is actually very user-friendly and straightforward. So I'm gonna go ahead and we will get into what these are right now as well. I'm going to go ahead and set it up as well on camera with you all, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you each individual product. We will go ahead and get more in detail with the products here shortly. So again, that is the Hexagon. I'm going to go ahead and leave this out since we are going to be using this in this video. Okay, so that's the power supply, the Hexagon right there. I'm going to go ahead and go with the pedal now. Now this is the Wormhole Retro Foot Pedal is what this is showing here. And again, I am going to go ahead and leave links in the description below for you. It actually gives you the color, material, and wire. Let's go ahead and proceed accordingly. So this is the pedal right here at first glance. At first glance, it has a bit of weight, even the box to it. And if I was correct, the metal was, or the material is zinc alloy right here. So I'm going to actually remove the pedal here. And it comes in this box, so your investment would be protected. So as you see right here, this is the pedal up close. Has a nice click to it, very straightforward. I like the fact that it has foam on the bottom, so it's not gonna slide all over the floor. Me personally, I always put these in plastic wrap. I don't know why, I just do that. And this is the cable right here. This is gonna go into the power supply. So this is what the foot pedal looks like, and it has a bit of weight to it. It's not too heavy, and it's not light either. Doesn't feel cheap at all. I like that this cable is actually rugged and thicker as well. Very nice. Okay, so that's the pedal and the hexagon. Right here, it's gonna be pretty obvious. We have a pink clip cord right here. Material, silicone, 78 inches right here, and we have a copper wire. So I'm not sure if that correlates to 7 feet. However, this is the materials, everything right here. That is the website, as you see. Very nice and straightforward stuff. Feel free to pause it at any moment to just kind of look at the box more. And under the hood, we have a vibrant pink clipboard here, as you can see. And this is what the cable looks like up close. So it is like a silicone material. I mean, this is going to be easy to sterilize and clean up as well. I mean, wrapping it would be easy as well, no problems there. But as you see, this is the clipboard right here, the RCA cable. Very, very nice, very straightforward and standard stuff. I do like that it comes with this little wrapping, this little wormhole wrapping right here. I'm a big fan of little things like that. So that is the wire in which we are also going to use within this setup. And I do have some needle cartridges right here that we will go ahead and take a look at, and a machine as well. Now for the needle cartridges, I believe this is going to be a small assortment here. So this first box, let's see what it has inside here. These are the wormhole needle cartridges right here. Very straightforward packaging. I like the packaging on these, very nice. So let's go ahead and check out the needles themselves. So we have right here a standard 7-round mag. We have standard 5-round mags. Over here we have standard 5-round liners, as well as 3-round liners right here, as you can see. And they all look pretty much the same if I'm reading these correctly. So we do get a small assortment, and these are what the needles are looking like. Very nice, straightforward needles. I like the colors that they chose to use here. This purple is really nice. Okay, so those are some of the wormhole needles as well that we are going to be using. Let's just open one real quick while we're on the needle subject here, on the needles. This one is going to be the standard 5-round liner, and as you can see, there is a 5 right there on the cartridge casing. So I can feel that the membrane feels pretty soft. I've never used these, but we're going to go ahead and check out the performance here shortly as well on these. I just wanted to go ahead and show you all the cartridge up close. So this is going to be the standard 5-round liner. I will go ahead and get out a piece of ReelSkin as well, and we're going to just test everything out as well just to confirm. So that is the needle cartridges up close. Let's go ahead and take a look at this machine right here. So this is going to be another machine from Wormhole as well. I don't know the name specific, but I will go ahead and leave links in the description below. If I do come across the name as well, I will put that in the video. So what we are getting here within this packaging, the box was very straightforward. As you saw, there was O-rings. Very straightforward box. It has a texture on it as well. It's really nice, but we're interested in the products inside. So we get some O-rings off the bat there. This is going to be, I'm assuming, the machine and maybe some cables. So let's check that out. So for the bigger package right here, we are looking at another RCA cord right here, which is great. As you can see, these are very rugged, thick cords, and I'm a big fan of that. And RCA, I pretty much only use RCA, so that is a great addition there. Very nice high quality cords there that you can use. So we have that going. And then this is the machine right here. So let's take a closer look at the machine. So right here, as you can see, the Wormhole machine comes in a nice, this is like a padded felt bag. I've never had a padded felt bag. I've had felt bags, but this one's a bit padded, so I like that. And here is the machine. Now off the bat, what I will say is this kind of reminds me of maybe some sort of like PMU machine. It is a smaller machine. This is probably the thinnest machine that I've held and reviewed, if I am correct. It has a bit of weight to it, and it definitely feels balanced. All pin machines that I've noticed have a nice balance to them. So that's how I feel about this one right here. Overall though, this machine definitely feels nice. It feels like a cool little machine here. Let's go ahead and see if we can remove the grip. The grip is a bit tight, so I'm pretty confident that it's not going to come loose. The depth won't change on me during a session. As you can see, removing the grip like so is very easy and very straightforward. Very nice little setup there. And then to put the grip back on, you would just change that in reverse. You can go ahead and probably lubricate the O-ring to make it a bit more smooth upon applying. But overall, this machine is feeling really nice. Just gotta break it in a little bit so that we could adjust the depth accordingly. But that is not bad at all. I'm actually liking this little machine right here. It definitely feels like a PMU machine, but we're gonna go ahead and check out its performance and its capabilities here shortly. So that is the Wormhole machine up close. If you were interested, I may be able to go ahead and make individual reviews on the equipment here, but I want to go ahead and just kind of give you all a rundown and show you all everything up close here. And in terms of the needle cartridge, just go ahead and see how they go in right here on camera. As you see, nice and swift. This is what the machine looks like, and adjusting needle depth is like so. We will go ahead and set all of that up here shortly, and I will go ahead and show you it more, up close here and in action. So let's go ahead and leave this machine out, as we are going to be using this one for the demonstration as well. So for the wireless tattoo machine right here, as you can see, the outer box right here is very straightforward. So you get lightweight, portable, powerful, and it does come in different colors. This one is the black version. And this is the box, a very straightforward box, and these are very hard boxes, so you can ensure that your investments will be protected. And I'm going to open up the hood here, and as you can see, we have a user manual, and it's showing you installation notes here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, or you can actually pause this and read this. So I'm assuming this is going to be super important. This is what we want to pay attention to before putting the machine together right here. So basically it's just telling you to align the A and B part to make it for smoother adjusting. And this is the back right here. Feel free to pause it at any point. Okay, so it does have a nice little user manual there. And this is a machine right here up close. Let's go ahead and take it out right here. So you have the battery and the machine itself. And under here you have another RCA cord. This is going to be one of those ultralight cords, and then you have a charger here for the battery as well. So everything that you would need for your machine right here. Now let's go ahead and proceed. So the parts that it was referring to, let's go ahead and find those. So let me actually show you the battery up close. So this is the battery right here. And this is the battery, this is the machine. Let's start off with the battery right here. So as you can see within here, there is a groove right there, that little pocket. So we want to align that with the groove. I'm assuming maybe this front groove right here on the machine. So when you're aligning it, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to kind of use the logo right here, and I'm going to align the logos the same way and place it in like so. Very, very easy. It's very straightforward. I believe that's correct right there. But as you can see though, that's how you would adjust the needle depth right there. So what I want to show you though is the machine up close as well. We're going to take a first-hand look at the machine. It's a very small machine in comparison to my hand. Let's go ahead and remove the grip. As you can see, it's a very tiny machine. I'm a big fan of small machines. I really do enjoy these short style pen machines. And this is the grip. As you can see, it is of some sort of metallic material. So we can go ahead and place that back on like so. So it's very easy to disassemble and to sterilize. It's not going to be a problem there. Should you have the correct gear. And the battery is going to be this right here. So this is where you're going to charge it. It is an RCA output right here. and it has the wormhole design right there. And as you can see, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11 volts. Very straightforward battery, and the battery feels lightweight. Nothing feels too heavy at all. I mean, the machine has a bit more weight than the battery, so I think that's going to be great and give a nice balanced weight. So how I'm just going to apply the battery is I'm going to use the logos, line them up, and then there we go, like so. Just kind of click it in there, and then when you turn it on, very easy, very straightforward. The machine feels nice. It feels solid. It feels low vibration as well. Very cool machine. I do love the fact that you get the wireless capability and the wired capability, to each their own. But for this, I'm going to be using the little machine right here. I'm going to be using this machine for this demonstration. I also just wanted to show you this machine as well. Very nice machine. I do love the fact that you get both, again, the wireless capability and or a wired capability as well. Very cool machine. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and proceed to setting up some equipment here, and let's go ahead and test out the performance of the machine right here. Okay, so we have a little setup going here. We have the Hexagon with the foot pedal, and then we have the machine right here with the RCA cord. So for the Hexagon right here, the setup is going to be just the on and off, the lining and shading, up and down in voltage. And over here you can go ahead and have a lining input, a shading input, and then this one's going to be for the pedal, with the pedal icon obviously right there. And this is what we are working with. So the machine feels smooth overall. Has some vibration to it, has some noise. Feels like it packs a punch, and right now we're running at 7 volts, as you can see. So let's go ahead and wrap the machine, and then let's go ahead and get into testing the performance of this. To wrap the machine is going to be very straightforward and pretty much like every other machine or anything that I've used. So I'm just going to get a blue plastic slip, and I'm going to input it over the machine like so. And I'm going to bring it out as much as it can go right here. Fix that. So we have this sleeve right here. So we have a blue sleeve covering the RCA cord. You can go ahead and put another one. Make it, make it as long as you need it. But this is the concept. This is the idea. And then at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and put it like that. And then I'm going to grab my napkin and then maybe wrap 1 or 2 around with some adhesive wrap. So that way I have a plastic barrier covering the entire machine. So this wrap is going to be from a company called Sinra Tattoo. It's a very straightforward adhesive wrap there. I will also leave links in the description below for you on those. You can get a package of them. So I'm going to roll up my napkin like so. Just very simple, very straightforward. So very nice. So we have an ugly wrap right there with the napkin. However, with the adhesive wrap, it'll tie everything in together well. So what I'm going to do is, in the beginning, I typically place it down and I will pull it. I'll pull it really tight, like so, until I get it gripped. And the reason why I like to pull tight is so that way it stays in place and it holds better. That way we don't have everything wandering around on us and all of that here. And when I say wandering around, we don't have the whole setup moving, the plastic moving in and out. You want it to be cohesive, you want it to just work. So doing that, as you can see, I'm ensuring that I still have a nice plastic pull there, or a nice tight pull on the plastic. And then I'm going to just build this up like so. And what I can do is I can start taking this up right here. And you can go ahead and just do this accordingly. So I have a nice little wrap machine that's fully wrapped, that has a plastic barrier. And for those who are wondering about this, what I do is I just typically get a cartridge
And I don't use the needle, I'm using the plastic only. And it's just as simple as kind of pulling a hole open. Really, that's what I do. Make sure there's enough space, that way no plastic gets caught when you push or pull the cartridge in there. And as you can see, we're ready to go. We're now fully covered and ready to rock. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the pedal on the floor. We're gonna get out some ReelSkin and we're gonna test out the performance of this machine right here. Okay, so we are set up and we're ready to rock now. Let's go ahead and draw in some ink. And then let's go ahead and pull some lines, and let's see how this machine pulls lines. Now, what I will say is this machine definitely feels powerful. The foot pedal has a nice stable click to it, so the foot pedal also, it feels nice. I like the way the foot pedal feels. It's probably one of the nicer foot pedals I have. And right now we are pulling lines with the 5-round liner. We're just gonna test a little bit of variety here with the needles, and we are using the wormhole needles as well. So what I will say is the machine is definitely powerful. It's pulling lines with ease. I mean, there's no issues there. Feels like a very powerful machine though. We will go ahead and test how it runs in the higher voltage range and in the lower voltage range. Now for the Hexagon, let's actually check to see what's the lowest power point here. If I'm correct, it did state that on the back if I remember correctly. Yes, it goes from 3 to 13 volts. So that is correct. We are at 3 volts. And then so it does go from 3 to 13. It's a lot of power there. So let's go ahead and jump it back down to 7 volts. I'm gonna take it down to 7 and we're gonna leave it there, and then we're gonna run some stippling as well. And the buttons are like a pop type of mechanism, so they do have like this little popping feature, so they're pretty accurate. They're very accurate actually. And as you can see, we have an S for shading, L for lining. Right now we're on the lining feature. Switch it to shading. So you have to switch the input. So let's say if I'm going to switch it to shading, then I'm going to take out my input, put it into the shading slot, switch it to shading, and as you can see, we're in shading. So for shading, I'm going to be running it at 5 volts. Now, even with this 5-round liner, it's definitely giving me that nice dot texture that I immediately look for. So that's a great sign. We will go ahead and check out the 3-round liner and check out the stippling with that, but I'm just kind of jumping the gun there. So we're going to go ahead and switch back to the lining. Me personally, I don't like to have to switch my cables like that back and forth, but it is what it is. So right now we are running at 7 volts, as you can see, and we're pushing a 5-round liner. We're just gonna do a little bit more line work here as I get used to the machine, and then we're gonna switch out and we're gonna try and pack some black. We're gonna do some stippling with a 3-round liner. So very nice so far. I'm loving the way this machine's performing. So I do give the machine a little thumbs up there for pulling some lines. I will test out multiple configurations here shortly, but for now, that cartridge, it ran smooth, it ran well, pulled lines the way that I wanted it to. Let me check out the 3-round liner. So this is going to be the standard 3-round liner, and then we are going to test out some dot work and some stippling in the shading range as well. So we're now equipped with a 3-round liner, as you can see, and I'm going to switch over to shading, and then we're going to drop it down to 5 volts, 5.5. Let's see here. So it's not gonna push at 5, or actually it does. So we're gonna take it to 5.5 volts here, and then we're just gonna try some dot work and some stippling. This is going to be the standard 3-round liner. That's smooth. So it's definitely giving me that dotted textured look there. and I love hanging out my needle. So the whole like setup with hanging out my needle, it's actually really comfortable, and the machine does do nice little dot works as well. So this is a cool little machine right here. The depth is not moving on me as well either, which is a good thing. So let me go ahead and bring you up close here so you can get a better view. Okay, so here we are up close. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of dot and stipple work so we can get an idea of how it dots up close. I'm gonna go ahead and hold this down so it don't snag the skin. But as you can see though, the machine is laying down nice, smooth dots. And again, this is going to come down to your capability, you know, how you apply it. But on my end, I'm capable of getting nice, smooth dots here, as you can see. So, snag the skin right there because I didn't hold it down. But as you can see though, very nice, very smooth work right there. I'm actually happy with that. The cartridge as well is actually performing. Not a big fan of standard 3-round liners, but this one is not that bad. I mean, I could still use standard 3-round liners and get real precise, but for me, I like I like 00. I prefer 00 over bug pin and standard, forgive me there. But overall though, we are getting some nice results with the machine. It's very consistent. The depth again isn't moving on me or anything like that. It's simply just pushing and working, handling anything that I pretty much throw at it. So do a little bit of dot work right there, and as you can see, I actually like the way that came out. That looks really smooth and nice as well. So did some dot work. So overall though, I'm very happy with the way that it staples and does dot work. It's a very nice machine. It feels more direct though than any machine that I've used. It doesn't really have a considerable amount of give or anything like that, but overall it still definitely performs. It's not too bad at all. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and get out a mag here and let's see how the mags perform. So let's go ahead and pack a little black with the mags, and we're gonna go ahead and use a 7-round mag from Wormhole. Now, one thing that I do like about these cartridges is that they have a flat side right here. I'm not sure if you can see how flat it is, because I rest my finger on this side, so that flat edge really helps me out a lot. So I'm a big fan of that. The design on these is real nice. So this is going to be the 7-round mag right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pack some black, and we're gonna see how it packs black. I'm also going to, I'm gonna leave it on the shading setting, and I don't want to like traumatize the skin, I'm gonna leave it at 5 volts as well. Or I'm sorry, 5.5, forgive me. Should I feel like I need more power, I'll change it accordingly. So right now we're running at 5.5 volts. It does feel like a soft hit. At the same time, when I'm packing black, I don't want a super hard hit either. So it's definitely packing black, and that's at 5.5 volts. And it's doing it smooth. The camera's right here, so it's hard for me to really press down or use both of my hands. So very nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the setting though. I want to switch it and give it a little bit more power to see how it packs with a bit more power. So we are back on the lining setting at 7.5 volts. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to take that, we're at 7 volts. I'm going to leave it at 7 volts. If I feel like it's too much power, I could just adjust accordingly. Hold the skin down. So it's packing well, I'll add, and the pedal as well is super smooth. It's not hard to hold it down for continuous amounts of time, or a long amount of time. It's packing black just fine. So this little machine is actually pretty powerful. It's packing black, it does dot work, it does lining as well. I'm curious to see how it lines with a round shader. So let me go ahead and get like a 9 round shader here, and let's just see how this machine pushes a round shader. It's actually really smooth. And again, we're running at 7 volts. It's not a bad little machine. As you can see, it does pull lines with the round shader. So this is kind of like a little workhorse of a machine. All of the gear though, the power supply is very consistent, it's very stable. The RCA cord is a lot of fun. It's like that bubblegum pink. So all of the gear as well, I'm all using it in unison with one another, and it's doing well. I'm liking the way that it's performing. You can see we're pushing with the round shader as well, and it's doing that with ease as well. All in all, overall, I do feel like this is a great performing machine right here. It's not a bad machine at all by any means. The cartridges are also great. So all in all though, this machine is capable of doing dot work, stippling, pulling lines with the round shaders, round liners, packing black with ease as well. The cartridges were also nice. I do love that purple. Everything about this setup is nice. So let's go ahead and go back to the top view here. So all in all, I'm definitely liking the gear. I can go ahead and definitely pass some opinions on how I feel. Now, my favorite part of everything would probably have to be the pedal. I mean, because this is one of the nicer pedals that I have at the moment. So I'm a big fan of that pedal. It's a really nice, solid pedal. It's a very well-built pedal. I feel like this is a really nice, solid pedal. So you should definitely look into this pedal if you're looking into getting a new tattoo pedal. This one may be one, or maybe it for you. Now, I do like the power supply. It's a very simple, basic power supply. You do have lining and shading settings. It has a wide range for the voltage from 3 to 13, which is also great. Very intuitive, very easy, user friendly. This is actually very, very simple. The only thing I didn't like was that I have to kind of switch between these settings right here. I suppose I can kind of just leave it on lining and then drop it down to 5 volts. I can do that, yeah. But if it has the settings implemented, why not use them? Or you can go ahead and just use 2 different clip cords on each session, which to me doesn't make much sense. But that's what I don't like about it. However, it's still a nice, solid, stable little power supply. It's just how I feel about it. This tattoo machine right here, this reminds me of a PMU machine, and it's definitely not a bad little machine to use. It's definitely an interesting machine. The depth, when I adjusted it, I adjusted the needle depth, and it stayed the same, didn't fluctuate or anything like that. There was no electrical fluctuations. The machine didn't do anything weird or anything like that. If you're on the market for a machine and you want something small, if you have smaller hands, you may want to look into this machine. That's when I could recommend this machine. Let's say if it's like a smaller set person and they have real small hands, then they don't want the bulkier machine. Because me, I like the bulkier machines for stability, and it helps my hand as well. Some people want that, true pen size machine. So I feel like this one would be good for that. So in that instance, it's a great machine. For me specific, I would much rather reach for the CNC Q2, Q1, or the WE or the WE Plus, something along those lines. However, still a very solid machine. You all saw it in terms of performance. There wasn't nothing bad that I can say about performance as well. I also went ahead and took the liberty to go ahead and wrap up the wireless machine that I showed you all earlier. As you can see, it has a blue little light when you turn the power supply on. It's covered right now, but there is a blue light under there, which I think is a cool feature. So I wanted to go ahead and just test out the performance as well of this machine real quick, and just kind of demonstrate on both of these tattoo machines here in this video for you, just to give you an idea of the performance of them. So right now we are going to leave it on lining, and I'm going to take this down to 5.5 volts, and we're going to do some stippling here on the lining setting. So the machine feels like it's running smooth right now. And again, it's giving me that peppered look that I look for in all the machines that I use. I look for that if machines could, or if my machines that I'm using can stipple, because I use this style shading heavily in my tattoos. So I want it to be able to perform, and this machine here as well is definitely giving me a smooth, nice, stippled shading, as you can see right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of dot work as well. This machine has a bit more give, which is what I like. I like for my machines to have give. I would much rather have my machines have give than have them so direct. So it's definitely capable of stippling and dot work as well. I will say it's a very nice machine for that. I like the way that this one performs. I like this one better for dot work and stippling. This one feels nicer to me, and the results look nice as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let's push a round shader here. I'm going to take the voltage up to 7.5 volts. We're just gonna test out how it pushes around shader. And right off the bat, I can definitely see that it's much more fluid here than the other smaller machine here. This one just seems like it has more punch. Although it could be because the camera's not right in my area here, so I'm able to tattoo more freely. But as you can see though, so it's definitely pushing round shaders and pulling lines with ease. There's no problems, and these are nice, bold, saturated lines, as you can see here. So overall, this machine as well is definitely performing, and this is a little machine right here. It's definitely packing a punch. It can do nice stipple dot work, nice stippling. It also pushes round liners, round shaders as well. I'm gonna pack a little bit of black with this machine, and I kind of want to just see how it performs in that aspect. So this machine definitely packs black as well, so it's pushing this mag with no problem. And we're still running at 7.5 volts. The pedal as well is very nice. The voltage is consistent. Everything is nice. The setups are nice. I favor this little machine over this machine right here. However, both machines are still nice. Both of them still do their thing. Go and just pull a couple of lines with some mags here. All in all, I'm definitely gonna give this machine a thumbs up. I like this little machine here. This one packs a little punch. I'm not sure if I like it because of the size or because of its performance or both. I'm a fan of this machine though right here that I am using. So there you all have it though. All in all, everything about the setup, from the power supply to the RCA cord, this little pedal right here as well. We have the machines. All of it performs. I'm very happy with this setup. I would feel very comfortable recommending this pedal to someone who's on the market looking for a new tattoo pedal. I can feel comfortable recommending this little power supply, especially if you're just beginning, starting out, you want something super simple. This one may be one to look into, or if you need one just for a backup, something user-friendly that gets the job done, this one is a nice power supply to do so. The Hexagon, and these two are a nice little pair together. The machines as well, if someone's looking, let's say again, if you have smaller hands and you're looking for a machine, I would feel confident recommending this machine right here. It does have some power to it as well. This machine right here, I can recommend and feel confident recommending this machine to just about anyone, as it does pack a little punch. The size may be deceiving. Some people may think that this may be a weak machine, but it's actually a very nice and powerful machine. All in all, and even the needles as well, the needle cartridges from Wormhole performed as well. They were capable of doing some nice dot work and stippling. Let me bring this up close for you so you can see right here. These are the results from the machines right here. Very nice saturated lines, very nice packing, very nice peppery dot and very nice peppery stipple shading and dot work there. Very nice lines as well. All in all, I'm very happy with this equipment right here, and even this clip cord, this RCA cord right here is very nice. It's durable, wasn't in my way, didn't weigh me down or anything like that. There you all have it. That is my review though. This is some pretty nice gear. I will leave links in the description below for you yet again. Now, if I didn't touch base on anything specific that you may have wanted to know, please feel free to drop it in the comments below. I'm going to do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you're not, be sure to go ahead and give me a follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as I would genuinely appreciate your support. I do have social medias all under the same name at Daniel Yuck. That is DANIELYUCK. Same name, all social medias. I would appreciate your support. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this. But yet again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. You have a great day.